You don't have a motivation problem. You have a discipline problem. Because motivation is just your mind begging for comfort. You wait to feel ready. You wait to feel different. But that feeling never comes. So you delay. You stay still. And your life quietly shrinks. Here's the part that should disturb you. If you keep waiting, this becomes your life. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. One day you feel ready, the next day you don't. And that's how people disappear inside their own lives. They wait to feel good before they act. They wait for energy. They wait for confidence. They wait for a feeling that was never meant to lead them. So nothing moves. Days blur together. Weeks slip by unnoticed. And slowly, without noise, without warning, life becomes smaller, quieter, heavier. Not because they couldn't change, but because they kept listening to the voice that said, "Not today." That's the unsettling truth. If you only act when it feels right, you give fear control of your future. But here's the part that still matters. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It moves anyway. And the moment you act without motivation, something shifts. Momentum begins. Strength returns. The mind follows. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to move once. Because if you don't, this right here becomes your life. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't ask if you're motivated. It doesn't wait for the perfect mood. It shows up anyway. It shows up when you're tired, when you're distracted, when every part of you wants to do nothing. That's the difference most people avoid. Because feelings are unreliable. Energy fades. Motivation disappears the moment things get uncomfortable. But discipline? Discipline stays. It moves you forward when excuses get loud. It forces action when comfort tries to pull you back. It demands effort when quitting feels easier. That's why winners act. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait to feel good. And losers? They wait. They delay. They tell themselves tomorrow will be different. Here's the part that should disturb you. If you keep waiting, this version of your life is all you'll ever know. Let's be honest. You know what you need to do. You've always known. Wake up earlier. Stop wasting time. Focus on what actually matters. No one had to tell you that. You didn't forget. You just stopped listening. And not because you can't do it, but because doing it would force you to face who you've become. Because action removes excuses. And excuses are the last place your comfort can hide. So you delay. You distract yourself. You stay busy with things that don't threaten the version of you that's afraid to change. You say you'll start soon. You wait for the right time. But deep down, you know what that really means. It means you're choosing familiar pain over unfamiliar effort. And every day you make that choice, it gets quieter. Not easier, quieter. Until standing still feels normal. Here's the punchline. Nothing is holding you back. You're just deciding, every single day, not to move. Every time you delay, you're choosing a weaker version of yourself. Not all at once. Not dramatically. Quietly. Piece by piece. Every excuse you make, every reason you justify, is slowly building a life you don't want. A life that feels smaller, heavier, harder to escape. You tell yourself you'll start soon. You say you just need more time, more energy, more motivation. But what you're really doing is protecting your comfort. And comfort is expensive. It costs you discipline. It costs you momentum. It costs you the version of yourself you know you could become. Every day you choose comfort, you reinforce the habit of staying the same. And the longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to leave. That's how people wake up one day and don't recognize their own lives. Not because they failed, but because they delayed for too long. Every excuse feels small. Every delay feels harmless. Until one day you realize this life you're living is the result of all the times you chose comfort over change. You didn't lose your future. You gave it away. So here's what actually needs to happen. You stop negotiating with yourself. Because every time you pause to debate, every time you ask how you feel, you hand control to the weakest voice in your head. The voice that wants comfort. The voice that wants delay. The voice that keeps you exactly where you are. So you do it anyway. You don't feel like working? Do it anyway. You're tired? Do it anyway. You're distracted? Do it anyway. You're not motivated? Do it anyway. Because here's the truth most people never realize. The mind is not designed to lead you forward. It's designed to keep you safe. And safe usually means unchanged. Every time you obey how you feel, you train your brain to resist effort. You reinforce the habit of stopping. You strengthen the pattern that keeps you stuck. Discipline breaks that pattern. Discipline is when you act before the mind agrees. When you move while the voice inside you protests. That's why winners act. They don't wait for alignment. They don't wait for motivation. They don't negotiate with resistance. Losers do. So stop asking your mind for permission. It's not built to give it. Do it anyway. That's not willpower. That's taking control. That's discipline. Discipline is not something you try. Trying is temporary. Trying disappears the moment things get uncomfortable. Discipline is something you become. You become the person who does what needs to be done, not when it feels good, but when it matters. You become the person who keeps their word, especially the promises no one else hears. You become the person who shows up every single day, not when motivation is high, not when life is easy, no matter what. That's the shift most people never make. They treat discipline like an action, not an identity. So they keep breaking promises to themselves, and over time, they stop trusting who they are. Because here's the psychological truth. Every time you don't do what you said you would, you teach your mind that your word means nothing. And every time you do, even when it's hard, you rebuild self-trust. Here's the punchline. Discipline isn't about doing more. It's about becoming someone your own mind can no longer talk out of action. Your future is not built on motivation. Motivation fades. Feelings change. Energy comes and goes. Your future is built on what you do. When you don't feel like it, when it's uncomfortable, when it's inconvenient, when quitting feels easier, that's where discipline is forged. That's where lives actually change. So here's the question you can't avoid. Are you going to keep making excuses, waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect moment, the perfect version of yourself? Or are you finally going to take control? Because here's the truth. You already know what to do. Now live with the choice. The choice is yours. You can close this video, slip back into comfort, and let this moment fade. Or you can start here, right now. Acknowledge this truth by hitting the like button. Commit to action, and comment below with the one thing you are going to stop delaying today. And join us. Subscribe to this channel if you are finally ready to become the person who acts. Not when you feel ready, but because it matters. Your future is waiting. Don't keep it waiting any longer.